Good evening, and welcome to the Las Vegas NM Weekly, where we bring you the stories that matter most to our community.
All right, here's what we've got on tap for you this week. We're going to kick things off with the top stories, then we'll take a look at your city at work. After that, we'll shine a spotlight on our community and culture and wrap things up with what's happening in Vegas in the days ahead. All right, let's get right to it. Kicking things off with this week's top stories, the news that's really impacting our community right now. We have to start on a somber note tonight. The Las Vegas Optic is reporting on two separate, unrelated homicides that occurred this week. And as our community is processing these tragedies, we can confirm that two individuals have been taken into custody in connection with these incidents. Now, in other major news, there's been a huge community reaction to a recent federal decision about the Pecos area. And this quote you see here, well, it really says it all. You're hearing an outcry from conservation groups, from tribal leaders, and from local residents just like you. So, what's this all about? Well, the bottom line is that crucial federal protections against mining in the Pecos area have been rolled back. Now, this move could open the door for new mining operations, and that possibility has sparked some really strong opposition from multiple community groups. We're talking about everyone from local residents to conservationists and tribal leaders, all very concerned about what this means for the area. Okay, let's move on to see how the city is working for you. We've got a few updates from our local government and public works. All right, for those of you out and about, here's a little traffic alert for you. 8th Street is closed right now between Dora Celeste Avenue and Williams Drive. City crews are out there doing some much-needed drainage work, so you'll want to plan an alternate route. And while we're talking about city crews, they're also busy over at Lion Park. They're doing some ongoing tree trimming, so if you're planning on being in that area, just be sure to use a little extra caution, okay? Hey, some great news for all you swimmers out there. The pool at the Abe Montoya Recreation Center, well, it's back open. It was closed for a little bit this morning for some maintenance, but it's all good to go now. You know, all this work, the drainage improvements, the tree trimming, it's all part of a bigger picture. And that's where the city's code enforcement team comes in. Their whole focus is on making sure Las Vegas is a clean, safe, and well-maintained place for every single one of us to live. All right, now for one of my favorite parts of the show. Let's shine a spotlight on our community and culture. We're going to celebrate some of the great achievements and initiatives happening right here in town. Check out this number, 57. So what's that all about? Well, that's the number of applications the city got for the 2026 entertainment season before the deadline even closed. Isn't that incredible? It just goes to show you how vibrant and talented our local art scene really is. And speaking of community spirit, how about this? A local nonprofit called Dreamskate Northern New Mexico is celebrating their first anniversary, and they are on a mission. Their goal is to build a free public skate park for our community. They're working to secure the land, raise the funds, and create a great space for over 300 kids and their families. Just a fantastic initiative. Okay, we've got some shout-outs to give. First, a big congratulations to one of our own, Jim Tare, on the release of his new book, Warner and Me. And over at NMHU, we've got some serious pride. Ivan Smith was just named the RMAC Academic Wrestler of the Year, and Patrice Clark earned National Athlete of the Week honors. Wow, just amazing stuff happening in our community.
All right, let's wrap things up by looking ahead. Here are a few things you might want to put on your calendar for the coming week.
So what's coming up? Well, if you love jazz, don't miss the NMHU concert on April 16th. If you're feeling adventurous, you can try out Fling Golf. They've got clinics starting this week at the Gene Torres Golf Course. And keep an eye out for a free legal fair that's coming up soon. You know, there's always something going on around here.
And that's a wrap for this week's Roundup. You know, from city business to community celebrations, it's been another busy one here in Las Vegas. So much going on. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll see you right back here next week.